Yo, what is good, Skyfarers of the Realm? We are here for LKO number 34. This is Granblue Fantasy Versus edition of the bracket. I am Dynamite, joined by none other than the Midwest microphone maven himself, flying in from all over the place, worldwide, Saint Cola. How are you doing tonight, my brother?
Listen. First of all, I'm doing great because you always bring me in perfectly. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. Secondly, I got to be honest with the people, okay? We had a new patch drop. It's season 2. Things are looking a little different out here. Things are hitting a little different out here because the way the characters are, the way that some of the tiers have been adjusted and the things have been moved around has kind of rubbed people the right way and also people the wrong way, depending on who you main and who you've picked and how you look at the game. And to be honest, when I saw the patch list, I was like, you know what, this is looking kind of iffy to me. But I took some time. I watched some streams. I played some sets, and you know what? I'm feeling a little bit better. And tonight, I actually am pretty excited to see how this patch is going to turn out. Like, damn, there's been so many changes, and there have been some great ones in a great way that kind of normalize the game, and I'm excited to see how the Midwest players kind of take that. We have Fame in this bracket, Vasaraga player, who you know that character. I haven't seen that character in a million years. If it ain't Fame playing him, ain't nobody playing that character. But it may be looking different because that character's looking super buff now. We also have a fat pot bonus from the Midwest movement out here. So we got some juicy things on the line.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be real nice tonight. You know what? I love the tournaments that happen right after a patch drops because you get to see how people are kind of letting the dust settle. They're figuring some things out. They're, going at it. And this one's going to be extra important because we only have 15 days left until it's that time. It's that Arc Revo time for the Midwest qualifiers. So brackets like these are going to be super duper important. And I'm excited to see what's going to come of all of these changes that we've got from the Season 2 patch. It's going to be mad different.
But you know what's not looking different? It's the boy Grant up on the deck. And you know what? He's still looking super strong. And I don't want to hear nothing from the Grand players out there. They got to put a little bit of execution on it. They got to put a little hot sauce on it, right? Because he's still super strong. But you got to put a little bit more work. Got to put your back into it. Get things going. Now, Ladiva, on the other hand, he's out a little bit on that one, right?
Yeah, I mean, the juries are going to be out for Ladiva. She, especially mid-screen, right? That's where the jury's still in out. I've heard some things from Ladiva players not exactly happy about it, but we'll see what Alderaan has to say going up against Starks.
Yeah, just as you said, that mid-screen going to be a little bit different. Got to get in close, a lot closer to get things going. And look, he's right in there. No matter. Good DP though from Starks. Knows that he doesn't want to be in the corner against his character. I like the DP, but what's next?
Overdrive surge. Yo, the follow through, the commitment, that ain't changed since season 1. You gotta stay in there. That boot still stays strapped.
That's correct. You see him swing with the H. Gotta be careful with that. Still, I mean, that can still be whip punish. Maybe not to the same effect as it was last season. You see Alderaan kind of just sussing out what Starks wants to do. Getting a little bit pensive. See that crouching medium. Not confirming anything. Understanding that patch notes, like if you're that far, may not be able to get the conversions that you wanted last season. But still the walk down pressure of a grappler is still there. And just commit to the boot.
Yo, again, another one. You got 2 shoes? You're gonna have to do it twice.
2-stepping with it. Oh, my man, be stepping all on his grave. You see the command grab right there. Into the corner. You see, baited the DP.
And it's
easy bait of it.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier to punish now, too, because the landing recovery has been increased.
This is Grappler's Fields Day right here. In the corner. Hold this. The chops. The double chops. Don't let die here.
Nah, we need 2 of them on the skillet. You hear them sizzling in the background, you know it's going to be time to eat.
Nice jump to the fireball. See, there's a change right there. Alderaan still taking the turn. Get at least a hit over. But there's the overhead from Starks.
Definitely Alderaan swaying through the fireball, just keeping that pressure, stable so that, Starks can do whatever they want to do. But it's going to be a little bit more difficult, right? Because that crouching medium doesn't link like you would want it to off of things like Lariat and etc. in the mid screen. So it's all about getting in right now for Ladiva, and it's one of those adjustments you got to make with this new season.
I kind of like the slow play, but no, there's a big punish. I was going to come in Starks on a slow play, but right now he is stuck in the corner. Sweep comes out, saves him. Both whipping the grabs. But until
Here we go. Full combo. Just go ahead and blocks it up. Didn't want to overcommit. The neutral, nothing doing.
So many spot dodges. Nobody wanted to take anything. Stark staying alive. He's got the Skybound Art, Super Skybound Art on deck. Alderaan needs a DP, EX flavored. The delay. Back throw.
Here we go. EX Fireball. That's not going to knock down anymore. So, you know, you got to change up the way you're going to try to run that pressure into Super. The dodge. Oh, no.
You starts with the read. Oh, man, flip the page.
He had the whole script in front of him and was like, you know what? This is how I win.
This is how I win. You know that Alderaan and all the other Ladiva players definitely they're picking that they're clipping that right now and they'll be like, look at what happened to our character. Change this, Arxis. Change this.
We need it to be reverted, but it's all tied up in rounds, so Alderaan not out of it yet. Just gonna have to play that patient game and figure out a way in. The roll through on the boot. Nice check there from Alderaan, and here we go. It's party time.
That's it again. The double auto combo. EX Laureate takes to the other side of the screen. This is where, you know, you have to play the game a lot more. Is when you put them in the corner and when you get close. No anti-air, not even going to attempt against that jump view.
Yeah, you don't want to take that. But still, this is good. Hit. Stack on the lights, here we go. Medium fireball. Alderaan just dancing back and forth. Gets clipped by the U. Nothing too big, though.
I think Stark is a little bit pensive on his execution in terms of like what he wants to extend into. Obviously Alderaan has, you know, reasons to, but Starks themselves has not, you know, finished his play off. He's just kind of deciding on what he should use, and when he's steady doing that, he's steady getting pieced up. Skybound Art lands the finish. Alderaan.
All right, Alderaan deciding to play it. I mean, this is kind of what you need to do right now with Ladiva, right? Like, it helped out in Season 1 to do that, but even more so in Season 2. You're going to have to take the pressure that you get from her, you know, auto combo, knockdowns, etc., and really work the neutral game if you can't stay on top of your opponent. So I liked what Alderaan did there to not overcommit and come out on top with one game on the board.
Now I feel like Ladiva is really predicated on, even more so, reading those opponents, reading what their tendencies are. There's the sweep on the Laureate, back throw though. Starks just going in with the throw pressure right here, over and over again.
Yo, why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Starks with that fireball pressure. I'd like to see Alderaan kind of challenge those fireballs. A little bit more recovery on those, but here's a jump. Not deep enough, but this overhead connects, not counter hit. Alderaan taking them turn. Full damage on the table. Knockdown. Meaty chops.
To jump in the clash, going to commit. The DEP is going to win every time. Backstep, and now the fireball game starts for Stark.
Stark realizing that, you know, Grand's pressure on those clashes is still great. Backs away, doesn't commit. That was such a great read. We're putting that in the mind of Alderaan. You cannot grab me for free.
Absolutely, but there it is. The anti-air into the full conversion. Gonna set up with a little bit of gold on top. Hard knockdown. What's the pressure gonna be? Body splash. Stark's holding it together, but not a lot of life left.
The EX Fireball, I feel like he's forgetting. It doesn't knock down, can't run and get your pressure. You have to find another way. It's a Laureate.
It's dangerous. Gonna go through the super. You better believe it. Boots to the cheeks.
And Alderaan right at that right distance where it wouldn't get stuff. You saw the nerfs to that super. Alderaan was like, listen, I'm going to stay super close to you. I'm going to be able to smell your breath. Then I'm going to hit you with it.
Got to make sure it's minty fresh out here.
Alderaan looking super fresh. Crispy out here. Match point. Max range sweep on that from Stark. Ducking. Doesn't get the conversion that you wanted, though.
Stark getting backed into that corner again, and this is where Alderaan wants, right? He wants to stay away from that mix and get into that pressure situation. Nice way, a little bit of punish with the medium, but nothing big. Going to be still up to Starks to try to figure out how to get past Alderaan, just moving forward on him. Here we go.
Definitely close enough for that to link. And now he's got him caught in the corner. EX Fireball just blocks it out. He's just, I feel like Starks is like rotating these offensive options. They're not leading into much. However, Alderaan keeping locked in the corner into the Skybound Art again. Yo, check the shoes. I showed you my right. Let me show you my left.
Yo, I got two of them.
Because it takes two.
It definitely takes two to tango, but the winner on this particular day will be Alderaan moving on on the winner side. Starks obviously not out of it yet, still has that loser side to attempt to make a run, but just there, you know, that we were talking earlier about how the season has kind of changed some of the characters, and we see Alderaan definitely has been in the lab a little bit, you know, changing some, reading up the changes on Ladiva and making it work, because the mentality was there. I could definitely see how Alderaan was making things a little bit, you know, difficult for Starks, but not falling into some of the season 1 patterns. And that's difficult to do, especially 2 days after the patch drop.
I mean, you look at the way that Alderaan was playing, definitely closer, a lot more in that face, in that spatial area, and understanding, like, listen, I know where I need to be. I know exactly where I have to be to get these crouching medium kicks and these standing medium kicks to land. The far M's, the close M's as well too. I know where I need to be to land those and not overextend and waste that bar. There's a lot more slower pressure, it feels like, from Ladiva that you have to use now, at least from that match. On the other hand, I would say, like, Grant really has to play a little bit slower, and you really have to know what your routes are with your character now, right? This is a new patch. I know we've only had a couple days, but it's really imperative that if you're going to these tournaments, you have to know your routes, and you also have to know how to fight the new character that's on this Belial. Bro, this character is something else. This dude is ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous for sure. He might have fallen from the skies, but he is still looking crisp out here. Belial is, let me tell you something, this character's got some stuff for you, and none other than Midwest Movement Zone Macho running them, so you know the mix-up's going to be nasty.
Let's see how King of Sports Last Call, aka Seth Series, is going to be able to deal with this. Try to get this move through, no go. Seth definitely a way more aggressive type of Ladiva than we saw before. Plus frames doesn't care, doesn't respect that. That heavy, you know, even far H is plus, but, you know, if you wait a little bit, it doesn't matter. DP. Macho going with that distance, trying to get the zoning game. Need to maneuver this.
DP again. The jump in, no Steph Series just moving forward, saying, you know what, I got plenty of health. I'm going to keep on doing it, but Macho has been interrupting Seth at every turn.
This is the type of character that I feel like Macho would like to play. Having this kind of almost Marvel type of zoning where you can kind of put out these spheres in a way to control the neutral, but it doesn't seem to be working in terms of damage. Both of them on Skybound Art, they seem that for that last hit finish. Boom, pop, bam! Skybound Art, there's a down.
And we saw there just what Belial can do, you know, putting out, like you said, just filling the screen with, you know, dangerous projectiles, stopping the forward movement, and a character like Ladiva wants to get in, and this is, you know, going to be a test for Seth Series to figure out how to do it. This is one way, though, anti-air into the corner pressure.
I like how he spot dodges the 2M right there. Doesn't lock in the corner. Just blocks out the unique. Doesn't want to deal with it. Blocks out everything. Punish on the sweep. You knew it was coming, but not a big one. You tell Macho's freshness with this character.
There you go. Conversion. No, the DP tried to reset me? I don't think so. Macho wide awake right now. Nice punish off of the block sweep. And here we go.
He's got that no-dose on the deck. No jump in, doesn't land 2M. I'd like to see more conversion off the 2M. He keeps going for the fireball cancel to keep things safe. I feel like if he forgets something, he's like, I got this fireball I can throw out. Here's a punish, maybe something bigger that we wanted to see. I feel like Bell's, you know, mid-screen conversions aren't that big. You know, you can get some damage off, but it's the corner where the magic happens. And the zoning that you have to get through, and those missed sweeps are big mistakes from Seth.
Ooh, he hit him with the fancy feast.
Dog. That's the good stuff right there. You look at the menu, you see it where it has a little bit more. You just gotta pay. You like, I'll take that anyway. I'll take that anyway.
For sure, it comes with the highs and the lows. Oh, for sure. I want 2, as a matter of fact.
I'm gonna get a little EX on the side there. Macho taking that first one, looking super strong. I feel like he's so smart at don't let him hear this. He's so smart at understanding the game in a way where he doesn't have everything down, but he understands what's strong about the character, and he's abusing it to a T. The jumping uniques, the fireball pressure, that heavy, that's plus. He knows how to just make it a pain for you to deal with, and especially when you don't understand how to deal with the character yourself. Just came out. He's going in.
Absolutely going in. Counter hit here, going to push Seth Series back into the corner, and the setup again with the pinwheel. This is a rough territory to be in. The walk-up throw. You see my man strut?
Bro, he did all the way to the catwalk. Are you kidding me? Only a couple feet, but there's the down. Seth losing to this fireball game, getting paced up, and then it just sets the pace for Macho to go in, and he is on match point already in winner's quarters.
Yeah, and again, just look at the attack vectors that Macho is putting on the screen. Nice punish there from Seth Series, getting that DP, you know, making sure, you know, hey, you might know, this character might be new, I might not be familiar, but I know how to punish a DP.
Everybody's got a plan until the command grabs come through, dog. All you gotta do is land them, though. But the auto combo lands in Macho's favor. Gotta get the scoop up, holding on the pressure again with the fireball. Just that walk-up pressure? Are you kidding me, Dan? Are you kidding me with this character? Mash out. That's what's for breakfast.
Yo, all the time with butter on it, make it golden.
Yo, he's caught him mashing so many times. You can only be mad. You can only have mash so many times, Dan. You gotta switch up the menu. You gotta bring something new to the table.
All right, here we go. Battle 3. You know, Seth Series obviously needs this to stay in the game. Macho looking to smooth on through to, you know, winner semis, but it's going to take, you got to play it, right? You got to play the matchup. Seth Series is making some adjustments, but here we go. Macho, again, just abusing the fact that Belio can just make so many dangers on the screen at once to even try to approach him.
Look at that health. I know health is a resource for grapplers, but it's looking long right now. You're running thin. If you are Seth Series, has to go for the auto combo right there. Goes for the normal headbutt. It's just, you see Macho's backing away, playing that patient game. Jumps out of the corner. Has all this room to play with, too. Rolls right into it. Oh, this is dead, Dan. Oh, no, didn't complete. Wake up, Skybound Heart.
Here we go, Seth Series. Alive on a wing and a prayer right now.
Leave him alive. His face. He's loving it. Max range actually works out for Seth. The wake up. Plus range. He respects it and he finds a hit.
Seth Series hanging in there to tie it up 1-1. What knowledge, knowing immediately like, yo, that is mad. Plus, I am not pressing a button.
Now here's the fear. Macho has yet to bring out the unique. That parry is super strong, especially if you know how to deal with it. And there's some characters that can't deal with the command grab also on whiff at max range. So let's see if, you know, if that starts being implemented into Macho's game plan. He's got a great game plan. It's just if he can stop the mashes when he wakes up, and if he can kind of, you know, stagger that pressure a little bit more, he can blow up what Seth Series wants to do. DP though keeps locked down with the fireball.
Yeah, Seth Series right now trying to figure out a way to make this life lead a little even, but Macho's having none of it. He's just throwing out pinwheels, looking like a parade out here.
Dog, I'm seeing the streamers come through, and it's just Macho floating in the sky. There's the down. Macho looking so strong. That round, you could tell Macho was like, if I stick to my zoning game, and I put him in here, and I lock him down, it's going to be even more of a done deal. And you see how he's playing a little bit closer than usual. Last time he's about almost full screen. Now he's like, I'd say like a little mid to full in that range. It's working out better. Now he's going in. You can see the pensiveness coming through.
Yeah, Macho putting on that pressure, mixing up the way that he wants to approach the matchup, and Seth Series already down to near 30% health, just like that. Flipped up in the corner, golden style, full conversion into the super. You better believe it. It's a perfect.
They said he didn't have damage. They said he couldn't do it. They said his character is okay on the damage scale, but that looked pretty damaging to me. Macho takes it over Seth Series with a brand new character. And I'll tell you one thing. I don't really think it was about Ladiva's changes. What I think it was the zoning game that's going to be a factor no matter what, season 1 or season 2. You know, Bell's zoning game was super strong there. And also Macho's understanding how to fill up the screen space felt like it was like my man was playing Marvel.
Yo, it was mad difficult. It looked like Seth Series had to go through some Barnum and Bailey type stuff just to get to him.
The mental gymnastics just weren't there, bro.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people say, I hear a lot of people say, you know, this character doesn't have damage, that character doesn't have damage. But in a game like Granblue, you know, if you get a counter hit, I don't care who you are, you can put some damage on the board. And we saw a lot of scenarios where Macho would get that big counter hit and do plenty of damage. So, you know, you still got to be careful with how you approach the characters. Now, obviously, it can be difficult, or it used to be difficult for some characters back in season 1, working from a life deficit, but that counter hit damage is still clean no matter what.
I do have to say that, you know, if you're Ladiva, you have to play closer, and that's going to be harder to do. against a character like this, especially, or really, I should say, a person like Macho, because I feel like it's more Macho than it is a character. The character obviously has the tools, but Macho's like zoning game is so strong, and it's so reminiscent of like, you know, how I, you know, see maybe some Morgan, you know, in MVC, like that kind of zoning and stuff like that. It just reminds me of that, like, I'm gonna fill the screen and you got to get to me. It's on you. The onus is on you.
For sure. That was the whole thing that we saw. But speaking of the whole thing, we're going to get a whole man out here. Fame 96 working the big fella, Vasaraga. This is going to be interesting.
This is going to be super interesting. I mean, I ain't seen a Vasaraga in so long. I thought that was a DLC character. We were talking about that even before the stream started. We were super excited to see Fame come through. And, you know, I feel like if you bring them big bucks, you get some more people coming through. And plus, you know, with season 2 being what it is, people want to get going for Arc Revo. And so people, make sure you guys are running those Match Reno codes, LKO34GBVS, for that free 50-cent donation. Get some support and love to the players, as we're going to get some love to you in the form of some new Granblue.
Let's go. Fame 96 working against Mina Isaac on the Matera. This is going to be, you know what, Matera, obviously, you know, not one of the healthy girls, got low health, and Vasaraga can definitely put the damage down if you can get on him. Fame, right from the beginning, the bus took off from the station at 100 miles per hour.
We got to park that one, says Mina. Side switch right there, gets an auto combo, puts him in the corner. There's a sweep though, coming through. Fame working his way out. Max range on those. Yeah, trying to get the fireball game. This is the thing about this character right now, is like you really have to get the fireball game going. It's like you either get the momentum or you lose it completely. Like even more, I feel like this season, he's fireball knockdown. Unique on the other side, great spot dodge. The stomps.
Go. Fame working that pressure, didn't even bother to armor up. He wanted the pressure for sure, and now Mina Isaac's in a world of hurt.
Stocks up again. The armor soul forge, and there's the down. You see him come through? The crush, the counter hit.
He came from all the way back with that side swing. Gonna take round one, will Fame 96. Mina Isaac had the right idea at the beginning, right? Set up the fireball game and all that, but he goes right into the 2M. Here comes Fame.
There's the command grab, unfortunate right there. Mina going for that EX fireball. I like the idea to like play that distance back and forth. You know, being able to like back off when you need to, because you saw what happened before. Once this character gets in, it's a done deal. Mina trying to stay outside that mid-range, so full range game, say, hey, you gotta come to me. But he did the wrong thing. It's the opposite. And now look at Fame get the damage on.
Fame, let me holler at you. Yep, right on out the air. Here we go, pressure, medium. What's it gonna be? EX move, the full string. Nice block from Fame. But Mina Isaac has one last shot at this. Can't take too much more.
Soul Forge able to come through. Gotta be super careful. I just said you have to be careful, because Fame slathered and lathered in that EX armor. Was able to take that hit and take that match.
See my man dripped in that oil, looking like Ahmed Johnson out here. You can't get a grasp on him.
It absolutely can't. And Fame has gotten away with a lot of soul forges, a lot of armor ups. And if you're Mina, you got to be watching out for that. It's probably more difficult this season, but you got to be able to keep the aggression on to stop that from happening, so you can get your zoning game on. But I mean, it's all up in front of that face. It might be kind of hard. Scoop up.
Zone is Fame right now. Pressure. Another scoop. 2 for your troubles.
No diet today, Dan. No diet here. Look at him walking him down. Crease up the shoes. Pick up.
You know what? Like we said it before, Fame, you know, you don't see many Vasaragas anymore, if at all. And you know, when one shows up in bracket, you better be careful, right? I mean, that's just the name of the game.
They waited for this. All 5 Vasaragas out there were waiting for this day. They said, well, we hope we read the patch notes. We hope we get some buffs. But you see how big this boy is? He's got more damage on the deck, more conversions, the armor. He's all up in that business, and he ain't leaving.
He's definitely in there. He's reading everything that Matera has to throw at him, and he's like, I need a little bit more.
Dog, there's the finish right there. You see Mina try to get away. It's a no-go. Fame taking it 2-0 over Mina.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Fame, what can you say? You know, he was a threat in season 1. Then they gave your boy a couple of buffs, a couple of changes, you know, a couple of things out of his stance now come out a little bit faster, and he's got a faster swing on his far heavy, and you know, the first thing I saw when I thought about when I read Vasaraga patch notes, I'm like, man, Fame is gonna be a beast. Like this is gonna be a nightmare for a lot of people, and we saw it right there.
It's great because like I feel like if you're one of those players who has been suffering in the lower rungs of the tiers, because in this game, all the characters are strong. It's just there's characters who are stronger, right? Like any character can really put the work in. They just got to really put the work in. But the thing is, if you're like Vasaraga, Loane, any of the other like Beelzebub especially too, who has maybe not given as much love as some of the other characters. Like this was your day. Like the season 2 drop was your day. You were like, I bet you couldn't even believe it. You were sitting in the Discord probably like they're probably gonna give us like 1 or 2 buffs or they'll ignore us, but they came through with it. And Vasaraga definitely with the big buffs. And I think Fame is gonna do some big work in the Arc Reload tournament should they choose to enter. And I really hope they do, man. I would love to see him run that game all the way through. But he's gonna be running through this bracket here looking already super strong, and you've only made him stronger.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? That's the reward you get. You kind of take a little bit of a gamble sometimes when you work with a character that may be, like you said, a little bit lower on the rung of just innate on paper power. But Fame was making Vasaraga work back in season 1 from the very beginning. And now, with season 2 rolling through, going to be even more impressive. And that's the name of the game, right? Like he plays the character because he just loves the character and he likes the play style. And that's when just a small amount of buffs makes a player like that even more powerful. So let's see what else he can do coming through in LKO. And like you said, shout outs to everyone who's been donating and making it special for us, tuning in and helping out. We're going to run into the mirror. This is going to be a Zoolander match.
Bro, you knew it was coming. As soon as his character dropped, as soon as people started finding the dirty stuff with him, I was like, there's no way, even if the character wasn't even strong, that we wouldn't see just a dearth of this character, right? We wouldn't see a ton of bells coming through, because even if you're not going to main the character, it's smart to play him now and understand how they work and kind of get that work. And I think actually Zach in the Box is kind of thinking about this character also in terms of switching or having like a secondary, because Fairy, she's still super strong, but you want to have something else in the pocket, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, if you look at the character, it fits both Macho and Zach in the Box's MO, right? Like it is a character that can do things that both of them like. There's the clash right there, but the sway from Zach in the Box is going to win the day.
Got him with the lean back, blocked him in the corner. Zach in the Box trying to get the throw, no go. DP. He seems backing away, just backing away. He knows he only needs that one hit, but this character can keep the lockdown, but it ain't gonna happen here. The keys are out, dog. Zach in the Box gonna take the first one.
Yeah, Zach over there, working that life lead perfectly, then backing up, just guarding it up a little bit and making the compensation on the punish side.
Oh, nice. Got a little bit of whip punish right there. 2M not landing though. I feel like the Macho running the zoning game doesn't really work out in this match as much. Like, I feel like with the way this character works, he's got the unique and things like that, and the jumping unique right there makes it a little bit harder to deal with. That DP doesn't really help out against cross-ups. See what else is on the table. Zach in the Box, laying the grab, chokes him out.
Yeah, here we go in the corner, golden style, gonna go for the finish here. Didn't even need the super.
That's the crazy thing. If he needs to go for that super route, he can off the heavy, off the pickup. Like, that's ridiculous. This character, Zach in the Box going up 1, and I feel like that aggression has worked out a lot more. Macho trying to stay a little bit standard with it with the zoning. It doesn't really work out. Trade, great minds think alike. These plus frames, Macho respecting all of this. He's already in the corner with those plus frames. He got moved like it was Rashid. What game is this?
What game are we actually playing? Macho trying to make up the distance right now and get in on Zach, but the DP is going to come through for Zach. Here we go, pressure time. Macho backed up to the corner. Going to have to try to swing his way out. Zach just chilling, pinwheel on pinwheel. Here we go, golden DP.
That DP was great, but I got one of my own too. Bust out. Neutral jump, try to get the auto combo. EX, won't hold these plus frames, tries to jump back or up back or something. He's about to go down south. You see these confirms when we're hitting the overhead reset. Bro, I didn't expect that at all. I got hit with that.
Yo, I definitely got hit with that. The Terrence Bogard.
The Box on match point here. Unique coming down. And you see Macho just grasping for something, anything to try to even this out. Yo, there's a parry. He didn't even go for the throw, but he'll wait for that to go out. At least he gets the auto combo pick up right there. The command grab ender.
Yeah, Macho right now just really trying to turn up their aggression and put Zach on the back foot, but every time Zach has found the spaces to stick out those Giorgios, get a counter hit, and convert. But speaking of which, it's Macho's turn now. Here we go. Pinwheel out. Going to run up and fade back just a little bit. Macho looking to play the space game and got a punish.
You see that rear back? That move is crazy. That far H is ridiculous. All right, Zach in the box can definitely make this return. You know, we talked about, like, you know, how the damage isn't too bad, but oh, he waited for it to go out. That's not the conversion that you wanted. You got to make sure that lands, and you're going to get punished for that. Oh, Macho going for the Skybound Art. I'm sorry, Zach in the box going for the Skybound Art. I got mixed on the players here. It's a lot of damage, so they're not going to kill them. Going to even things out. Actually, Zach in the box down the lead.
Just by a little bit. Nice block from Macho. He knows that's plus. Golden pinwheel. Here we go. Zach with the delay got baited. The Giorgio's going to come through. And we are going to battle 3.
His shoes off before he come in my house. I like that because like that 2H doesn't really cover the cross-up range right there, and it's kind of wonky. You kind of have to time it right. A little bit more predictive than maybe other 2Hs are. So that was good awareness right there. Trying to tie things up just as you said before. But the bait doesn't work out.
It definitely did not work out. Anti-air comes through. Not that big of a punish, but enough to get Macho back. But Zach in the box stuck in this corner now. Jumps out. Good block on the toss-up from Macho.
He's turned back. Interrupts. EX. Oh no, Skybound Art. Oh, we're going to 1-1, baby. There's the finish.
1-all. And I mean, you know what it is. If you give Macho a sliver, he's going to fold it up like a small envelope and mail it wherever he needs to go. And right now, it's to game 3.
Taking all the way again. This is winner semis, so we're only going to see that first of 2. There's a punish from Zach in the box. Yo, my man just busted out. He's like, listen, I don't know whose turn it is. I don't know the frame data. All I know is I have this DP, and I'm going to use it. And he's going to use this meter right here for the pickup. Pinwheel reset.
Stop.
That's dirty. Stop. Let me write some notes down. Let me write some notes down.
Yo, break out the notepad because Zach in the box is taking us to class.
Oh, he tried to 2H that? He tried. Denied. There's the down, though. Zach in the box on match point.
Zach looking to close things out, but we've seen Macho bring it back from the brink before. Oh, the cancel! You thought
Get about that? Punish. He said, oh, you're coming to me? Oh, you want to approach me? I got something for you. Macho with the unique, gets a counter hit, doesn't believe though. He just run up and throw that, but he just waits for it to run out. He's all intent with that because he knows it's a way bigger punish.
Another counter hit here. There's the delay. Macho trying to keep that pressure going. Zach in the box finally escapes, but the life lead not in his favor.
He's trying to tie it up. Gets a throw. Zach will love to finish this off right now. This would be great. The blocks right here. If you're Macho, you're sitting pretty, just waiting for that one gap for the EXDP, or just like one conversion, right? The Skybound Art to make sure the job is done. Doesn't even need that, to be honest. That's overkill. Macho's like keeping it nice and clean and cleanly taking us 1-1. Final game, final round between the two.
His run into winners finals, but Zach not done yet. Has Macho up in the corner. Macho hanging out there. Nice punish on the whiff DP.
Chokes him by the neck. Usually have to pay extra for that one right there. Unique gets blown up. EXDP. Another DP. This time DP Tartar. Didn't even season that.
No, just straight out the box. Here we go. Macho trying to keep things together. He's being backed into the corner by Zach, but nothing huge right now. Zach wisely easing up, not going for the delays anymore on those jump ins.
Macho really using the zoning game here, but gets blown up just when I said that. Just as I said that. Zach with a great read right there to jump in. And look at where he's at right now. Has Macho locked and loaded in the corner. And that Skybound Art looking nice and pretty. Oh, we about to see it. Heavy. Doesn't even need it. Zach in the box taking over Macho for the finish.
A mad close one. I mean, these two playing sets all the time, so you wouldn't expect anything but a 2-1 in that scenario, battle 3 situation. And this time it's Zach, but Macho not out of it yet. Obviously has that loser side ready, waiting for him to swoop on through. But it's gonna be Zach being our first winners finalist in LKO 34.
I really like that Zach already had some greasy corner stuff already locked and loaded. You saw how he went for the reset overhead, and then before that, went for the pinwheel fireball that, even though it didn't work, it still put it in Macho's mind, like, this is a thing that you have to worry about, that you have to think about, that I'm going to put on your play, on your mental stack that you have to deal with, and that's the power of this character, I'm telling you. When he gets you in the corner, it's about locking you down and locking parts of the screen down where you may not be getting a ton of damage, maybe like full screen or whatever, but just being able to control the pace and put on the pressure. He's got a lot of plus frames, right? That's all. That's what he's about. My man's the Bison of this game right now. He's definitely putting on the positivity, and I feel like if you can kind of get that game plan going and not be stemmed too much, it's a done deal.
That's the thing, right? Like you said, if you can go ahead and put the multitude of ways that he can be plus into your opponent's head, it keeps those routes and those mix-ups fresh. And that's the danger of this character, is saying, you know what, I'm going to do a reset this way a couple of times in a row, and then I'm going to change it up completely. I can do a meaty universal overhead and be around +5. That's mad plus, you know what I'm saying? So like, it is one of those scenarios where you have to be fully aware on the defensive side when this character has you in the corner in ways that you may or may not see from other characters in this cast, and that's part of the strength.
I think a lot of people are, I see you, FD Treehouse, in the chat. If you play Flowcharty, that's the thing, is like, he definitely takes a lot to lab, but like, he's very strong if you're not labbing it out in obviously day 2. But listen, let's talk about something else that's super strong here, okay? I just saw Tega, Toxic Tega, talking about this character, Charlotta, who he thinks is currently, things can change, so, you know, we all know that, is the best character in the game because her matchup spread right now looks the best. A lot of her matchups that she lost or went even or whatever, that she feels better in, and the changes just benefit her because it's harder to deal with the Blanca balls. She's just stronger in this game. They didn't really knock too much off the top for that, right? So let's see how Fame deals with this.
Fame's gonna have to deal with it, and let me tell you something. Zerom is no regular Charlotta. Zerom has a lot of patience on this character, able to do things that, you know, other Charlottas may want to rush in and try to pressure. Zerom will wait it out, and it's going to be something to see how Fame deals with it, because Zerom is going to be able to use all of Charlotta's changes to play even slower and take advantage. But right now it's still all Fame, armored up in the Soul Force. Zerom stuck in the corner. We've seen this show before. It's a horror film.
Big boy damage right here. Stocks up with the Iron Fortress scoop. I'm not gonna die, I'll take one. Give me another one if you can. Oh, EX bust out. Soul Forge saves the day, but not for long. It's a new day. It's a new pickup right here. Zerom overhead.
Game trying to find the way out. Zerom playing the slow game, even though he's at the life deficit. Nice standing dodge, but the shoulder made him move over.
Oh, is that a punish? Oh, it clipped him. Did the very bit, but wasn't able to get the cutscene that he wanted. Zerom.
Keep this pressure up. Can't block another skill, and Fame knows it. What's Zerom gonna do?
Take the chip, no dip, then. Ain't no Fritos, Cheetos, and Doritos for him. This is the thing, is like, you saw Zerom, he's like, if I get this hit in the Skybound arc, it's a done deal. But after that, he was like, man, what can I do now, right? Like, there's not much you can really do, because you got to be in against that character. This has got to be in right now. As you see right here, this is the game plan of Charlotta. Staying in, you don't got a fireball, so you have to slug it out.
Definitely. Gets the low here. Zerom pressing Fame up into that corner, just swinging, trying to get some sort of advantage. Fame finds a way out now, and Zerom forced all the way back.
Yo, he threw that out. Shoulder connects. The tackle. It's the X Blanca ball.
Great throw. Heck, here we go. No autocorrect anymore. That's one of the changes that happened to Vasaraja. Zerom comes out on top because of it.
Gonna help out just a little bit. Gets the counter hit. Stock up Soul Forge. Things looking great for Fame. Look at him. Menacingly sweet. Oh, you see the full screen? Bro, you better not get hit again. Don't get hit again.
Oh, and he does the shoulder again, sending the potato back into the oven. This one's not quite done yet.
My man was from the end of the field. My man said, hike, hike. Clipped him, and that was the finish right there. Fame looking super strong. Just going for the zoning game, no one to take his turn, and great pickups and great damage. It seems like Zerom cannot get much going. Even when we talk about how buff a character is, it ain't happening here. Because what's on paper don't always happen what's on the screen.
Sure, Zerom trying to push Fame back to the other side of the screen in the corner, going to run some pressure here. The staggers looking for an opening, but Fame just holding still, guarding it up.
Good blocks. His turn. EX gets blown up. I like Fame just throwing out the fireball, you know, every so often just to stem that incoming, right? Because you know Zerom has to get to him. Unique comes through, takes a little bit of damage, but doesn't get the follow-up too far, but doesn't matter. Still going in.
There's the late tech there. I'm going to take another turn. The medium connects, but nothing doing. EX hands, gotta wait. Here comes the wall.
Oh, you see him clip him with the hit, and there's the down. He done did it. Fame. One more away.
This is his last chance for Zerom to stay on winner's side. Fame has done an excellent job of converting on things like that with the anti-air. Big damage, and here we go. Enemy stand detected.
You saw him, he said the Nani. Hit him with the Nani. Zerom going for this pressure. We saw this before. Fame able to take his turn back, or thread the needle himself. The EXCP, I like Zerom kind of putting that in. EX overhead, connects. Down the corner. Bring all this bar, but now you don't have much to play with.
Hey, Skybound Art gonna connect here, gives Zerom some corner pressure as well. Got the hit, but flipped out did Fame. A little bit of health left. Zerom has to be careful. He still can't get lit up. And
bro,
as I say it,
it's holding. You whispered it into his ear. You sent him a message. You sent him a telegram. You sent him an email. You sent him a text, and he wouldn't listen. And now Fame taking it 2-0 over Zerom. That was wild. That check and just bumped right in the Skybound Art for that finish. Fame playing that neutral perfectly. Understanding when to bust out. Understanding he will get his turn eventually. And also understanding when to 2H and put the anti-airs on the deck, and didn't really seem like the potato things that we are really used to really come through.
Yeah, I mean, Fame. If there's one person that fights Charlotta a lot, it's Fame, right? You got Tempest NYC over there. You got one of the better Charlottas in the nation, and Fame knows that matchup, right? Like Zerom definitely threw out some different kind of sequences at him from Charlotta, but at the end of the day, it's one that Fame is ready to do when it comes to battling Charlotta. We saw a lot of anti-air conversions, the crouching heavy into the cancel for the home run swing. Came through a lot, and it's hard, when you have to go up against someone who not only do you, as Charlotta, you have to get close to Vasaraga, right? And that's where he kind of wants you. And then you have someone who's used to playing Charlotta. So it was a double jeopardy for Zerom right there, and Fame took full advantage.
And I hope people are taking advantage of the match arena. Make sure you guys are hitting that exclamation mark match arena. Run the code, run some love if you got some change in your pocket. Because, I mean, where else are you going to get Vasaraga stomping through this Midwest bracket, dog? This is great, man. As I'm watching this, I'm starting to love the neutral a little bit better. I'm starting to like the neutral a little bit. It's different, right? You don't really see the same kind of explosiveness that you saw maybe the previous season. You see burst moments, but you don't see like just this crescendo, the same kind of crescendo that kind of happened where it would lead up into the Skybound Art finish, or these big damaging sequences that you kind of see multiple times. Obviously right now that's probably because people aren't used to the patch, but I think there's a little bit more strategy in terms of how people approach the neutral right now that we've seen, at least in this one run. Things can change, right?
Yeah,
but it feels like there's a little bit more strategy, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take a little bit more time for the dust to settle, as we said earlier, but you can already start to see some of the changes that have come into play, and these players are going to use that to their advantage for sure. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this is going to play out. We got Zach in a Box and Fame 96 sitting in winners final. That's going to be a first to 3, a little bit of a longer set. I'm wondering if Zach is going to run the belly. I don't see why he wouldn't at this point. And we're going to see Zerom back on deck against Alderaan. This is loser side action, so 2 out of 3, and this is to move on into losers semifinal.
That's correct. I mean, I'm loving this. This is one of the best parts, man. I talked about how it was great to kind of see, weeks ago, the meta of the game, right before it ends, because you got to see how the game was, and now you get to see how the game is right now. We were able to see, how Ladiva worked weeks ago when we had our last GB tournament, and now we get to see how Ladiva is. You have this this parallel between the two now, and it's this time period super interesting. And I love seeing people be like, I don't know the changes in full, I don't know what's going on in full, I'm just gonna slug it out and see what happens, trying to learn on the fly. But in the first of two, you gotta make those adjustments real fast.
Absolutely. That's going to be one of the things that is necessary in Granblue. As you know, you can get one mistake and you are out of there. So you got to be really careful. And Alderaan playing that patient game again, but Zeram, another person who, you know, just plays incredibly patient despite having the character that everybody knows as the Goblin.
The booger on the screen, dog. I'm locked in the corner. That Blanca ball going to be real hard to punish this season. On the other side, gets the EX. Sweep. EX Blanca ball. Yo, but the 2H, what a call out from Alderaan.
Yeah, Alderaan went for the anti-hit before and got hit. Counter hit here for Zeram, though. Knockdown into Super, into the corner, and now it's Trouble Towns for Alderaan.
Gets the jump, the finish right there. Good stuff. Hitting it with the L and handing the L over to Alderaan. And you saw Alderaan, like, I'm a little pensive. Like, I like the 2H idea, but it just feels like with the Demon Flip, that actually might be kind of hard to use in this matchup.
Yeah, you gotta have to be really careful. Some of the Demon Flip options actually don't autocorrect anymore, but you still got to really time out when you want to use that anti-air. Nice throw there from Zeram. The mash out from Alderaan. And then to the other mash. 2 potatoes on the screen.
Let's see if he can get this man cooked and fried. Conversion, EX to get the follow-up, to get in that space right there. Lock loaded in the corner. I like Zeram's like meter usage to kind of lock them in the corner. Even if you're not getting the hits, you're pushing them to a place where you can play your game.
Absolutely. And there you go. Again, you see the changes to Blanca ball. The backstep again from Zeram. Looking for a button. Gets the low here. Jump in. Here we go. Alderaan going to have to figure out a way to survive. This might be the start.
Here we go. That max range M. What's the boots on him? What's the option after here? Just waits and tries to bait. No go, Zeram. Not the type. Not that kind of person. Not the one today. Oh, the max range.
No conversion though, but the jump in from Alderaan to meaty chops. Zeram holding still. Alderaan looking for a way in, and the flash kick for the finish.
That was the way he said, you know what I could do? EX bust out.
Yo.
And bust you.
Immediately. Putting it in the mind for Alderaan, say, you know what? Even though you think it's your turn, it was really mine the whole time. King Crimson.
Man, this is one of those things where, again, this game, it changed so much that you really have to acclimate. You really have to, like, do those things quick. And, just so many options that are coming right now. And Alderaan looking a little lost at how to deal with the neutral right here. Checks him outside the skies.
Look at the life lead already from Zeram. Huge right now. Alderaan going to try to even it up with on the lariat, and Zeram taking full advantage. Trouble Town once again.
Look at that far H, but there's the buffer from Alderaan challenge and get the sweep. Hard knockdown, chops. No go, I'm a vegan. Bring me the vegan menu.
Beyond meat only.
Impossible. Give me that impossible meat, bro. Yo, walk up Perry,
he's partying. He's partying. Zeram is having a great time.
Zeram's having a blast. They said you can't have people over your apartment. Zeram don't care. Pick up off the wall right here. Oh, I like that. Just denies the Demon Flip reset. It's a mash. We're outside the corner.
Standard dodge from Zeram. Alderaan already around 40% health. A run up parry again. I knew you were feeling a little antsy, so we can do the dance.
It's all in Zeram's. I can't say that, but I will say it. Zeram takes this round in convincing fashion, convincing manner. You saw the parry usage come out because Alderaan like, when can I play? When is it my turn? When can I pick up my controller?
I thought that I paid for, I paid for the game, I paid for the DLC, I paid for my internet. I thought I was able to play.
You didn't let him know. You said put out that controller. Just said, let me run my game plan. That's what happened is that Zeram ran that game all the way through. You saw Charlotta goofiness coming through, the constant pressure, and just no fear of the command grabs, no fear of what could come after, right? The mixes and things like that. Bust out DPs. There was at one point where you saw Alderaan kind of try to call him out for the X bust out after the super. He's like, nah, not me.
I'm good.
No, I'm good. But that solidity is what let him take that and also have that kind of strength in that entire round. So that was great stuff. 2-0, taking over Alderaan and moving on the bracket. But it was still good to, I gotta give credit to Alderaan. Great to see La Diva players have stuck with the character. I know the patch notes kind of hit them hard. As to how the character is, it's going to take weeks upon months to kind of decide in terms of the entirety of the meta. But it's always good to see people kind of stick with their characters, even if they are kind of weaker, from the round start, right? What happens at the end could be way different. But round start, when you look at those patch notes and you're like, you hit them with the side like that, I get it. I understand. But I also love that people kind of stick with those characters and like, I'm willing to test this out right now and see where it goes.
I mean, that's the whole thing, right? It's going to take time, but you got to be able to, wade in the waters a little bit. It is something that, you can still have a strong inclination about for sure, but it's going to take a little bit more of that time for things to settle, for all of us to say, okay, this is where we thought we were at the beginning, and this is where we actually are. And whether or not those two things line up, you still need to give it that time to really investigate what's going on. And so that's why I'm excited to see the people who signed up for this bracket even early on, even though the patch came out literally 2 days ago, to really get those reps in and to give us a great time, because it's been fantastic so far. So shout outs to everyone who's donated in Matsumino and everyone watching. We have another one for you on deck. Macho running the bells versus Marvin Pie on Fairy.
Okay, so Macho coming back with that bell, bro, but Marvin Pie stayed on the Fairy, and another time where we got hit with the patch notes, and at first people were like, yo, Fairy's dead, and everyone was cheering, having a blast. There were festivals, and they said, wait a minute, you need to cancel those, because this character's still stupid strong, just not as reliant upon the broken stuff, right? Just still get the things going that she's known for, and with the difference of other characters, she's still very strong.
Absolutely, she's still very strong. They toned her down a little bit, but the volume was not shut all the way off in the least bit. But the SGP going to come through right now for Marvin Pie, gets that pressure alleviated. Macho, though, working with that life lead.
Yo, back throw, just backs away. I like that. Using that distance, that back throw to get the spacing, and just backing off, they're not wanting to be in front of this character's face, knowing the ranges to play against this character already. They kind of stay away just a little bit. Just kind of stay away a little bit.
Absolutely.
Take some time away.
Marvin has to be careful, because Pinwheel actually will trade in Macho's favor against those whips unless she's using the hit grab. So it needs to be really careful. A little bit of a change of gameplay for most Fairy players. Get scooped up, paid extra for that special. Here we go. All dogs go to heaven. Stay back.
Okay, Skybound Art. And remember, she does get a better drill this season, plus frames on the drill, but Macho not allowing that to happen. As it goes away, he plays that full screen game again. As you said before, you see that Pinwheel coming through, locking down. Marvin Pie having difficulty coming in the unique. That's on the other side, but it doesn't matter. The mash. Here we go. Setup time. Bust out.
Immediately, but Marvin Pie read it like a book, backing up. Yo, you want to holler at you? I think I will, sir, says Marvin Pie. A throw for the finish on round one.
I like how Marvin Pie went immediately to the throw, knowing that was going to be enough to do the damage and do the deed. Let's see if Macho can clean this up. Yo, grabs him, snatches him. Puts it out. DP bust out. One of the changes right there, I believe, is that you can DP out safely, I think, now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The GG won't hit you in the air unless you're doing an air attack, but you can. The timing on that has changed so that you can DP out safely. And Macho being fully aware of that, taking full advantage.
Great jump in. And Macho playing that full screen game again. Will this work out? We saw Marvin Pie make the comeback happen. When he kind of cut the distance in between them, and he's not taking the trades, he will take him closer though. Pull me closer.
Marvin Pie playing this really wisely, trying to time out when things are going to happen. There's the hit throw, the double for nothing, and here we go. Marvin Pie working with the life lead, GG, but too far, and here comes Macho. We know that pressure game is looking mad sick. Once you get towards that corner, Marvin Pie escapes.
Back to mid-screen. Yeah, max distance right there. Kind of hard to you deal with even if you're plus. EXTP, push him away. We saw Marvin Pie scoop him up a couple times for those fireballs. Once he gets close, good and ready for it. But Marvin Pie got to be worried, at this point, because there is, time's winding down. Never mind. He's looking great. Marvin Pie looking super great, and you just have to deal with these fireballs and block things out. But now he's going in.
He's trying to go in. I don't know. 10 seconds left on the clock. Macho still needs this hit, but the DP from Marvin Pie is going to take game one.
He risked it, Dan, and it worked out over the DP. And actually, looking at that round, it was kind of hard to see, like, maybe Macho could have got those hits in terms of the pinwheel, like made enough chip to make it equal or even maybe in his favor in the last 20 seconds. So good on Marvin Pie to be like, you know, forget it, I'm going in. Oh, gets a pickup off the hit.
The crouching heavy pickup, that's a rarity right there, but Marvin Pie making it work for sure. Macho trying to get in close to put some damage down, and now here we go. Marvin Pie paying the Lion Tamer, keeping Macho out, but for how long?
I don't know. At 2M, the fireball game looking real good right here. Trying to get the scoop. There's a sweep though. Back to full screen. Pulls him closer. He's starting to catch on the timings of the zone. He's starting to understand when he's going to do it. My man is following the script to a T. And this is a W. There's the down.
Last chance for Macho here. Marvin Pie has him where he wants him, but we have seen it before. Macho up against Death's Door has fought back and snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Will it happen again, or will Marvin Pie move on?
I feel like Marvin Pie understands how to play this matchup and also understands how to play his character. Macho just leaving a few confirms on the table that maybe allowing him to swing things back in his favor. You know, that's just the newness of playing it's a character. But Marvin Pie definitely sweeping underneath those fireballs. You see him acclimating, but now Macho going in. So I gotta get aggressive with it. Walk up throw.
Double down for Marvin Pie. The smooth through's going to get him the corner, though, off the wall. Here we go, just like Season 1. But the DP was blocked and baited. Not a big punish. Macho still alive.
And Macho living to see another day. Marvin Pie is the one bleeding here. It does have Skybound Art, just looking for a way to maybe, you know, pop the Genji. Don't finally confirm, but my man, Macho confirming everything up that to him. It looks more solid.
Just stare it out. Here we go. Marvin Pie looking to see if Macho's going to make a move. He does, but nothing doing. And the punish immediately. It's the light show.
Yo, hit him with the light bright. You don't know about that. But I'll tell you one thing. Macho definitely knows about that.
Hit him with the fullest of confirms. He said, if you did it once, you might do it again. Let me see what you got.
It was a setup. It was a robbery. In and out, 1, 2, 3, no bodies, please. Except for Marvin Pie, as he takes that. He knew that second far H was coming through, and he hit him with it. The first one was just to case the joint. Okay, let me see what the camera's at. You know, let me see the entries and the exit points. And then once that sun went down and nighttime arrived, he was in like a thief. Out like a fat rat. And I'll tell you one thing, Marvin Pie was one of the people that was definitely on the Twitters that wasn't like, my character's dead. He wasn't like, oh, my character's dead. I'll tell you one thing, Marvin Pie was one of the people that was definitely like, hey, I think Vary's fine. I think she's good. I think she's great.
He was like, actually, I'm fine with this. This is pretty good. Let me show you some stuff. I got some clips.
Definitely showing this character still super strong, still ridiculous. You know, I acclimated the changes, and you don't really see the ridiculous GG setups. They definitely have to be more planned out. But when she starts working, it's the same thing. It's Season 1 all over again.
Yeah.
Marvin been complaining? Listen, if Marvin's complaining, it ain't nearly as bad as the other complaints that I've heard from other Fairy players that say the character's dead and whatever, because this character's definitely not dead. And we are not done with this Granblue bracket out here, because we're now in winners finals. First of 3, Fame versus Zach in the Box. Midwest Movement's own Zach in the Box.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. We've seen Fame tearing through the bracket. I mean, you know, almost as expected, right? Like, you see Fame sign up in the year and be like, okay, he's going to put in some work, and he's definitely been doing that. But winners finals is 3 out of 5 territory. More time to adjust. So let's see how Zach plays this. New matchup, Bellio versus Basarada.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how he's like, you know, because I'm sure he doesn't have that much data on many Basaraga players, because you probably don't get to see a lot of them. But same thing with Fame, like you probably don't have a lot of data on Bell out here, because, you know, he just came out. He's a recent character. Pick up.
Full advantage. There's the pinwheel. Fame trying to neutral jump again, just alleviate some of that pressure, and Zach hits the brakes, doesn't want to overcommit. Fame with the knockdown.
All the way to the other side of the screen here. Zach trying to stay alive. Gets hit with the shoulder. The hut hike. EX. Pick up. Another one. There's the down. That combo was max, dog, when it comes to damage. They said they scaled all the damage back from the other characters. They just gave it all to Basaraga.
Yeah, they actually just gave it straight to Vasaraga. Gave him the Spirit Bomb of damage power up. There we go, walking at him. Tried to hit him with the boots. Vasaraga like, nah, I only use steel. Get that leather out of here.
Pick him off the EX. Look at him, holding it down. Does it with a finish again. The EX crease up them shoes, dog. You got them at Payless. I know you didn't pay a lot for them. Get out of here. Fame with the first one.
Quick game one for Fame. Had a little bit of time in the corner where he saw Zach's pressure and he was like, all right, now it's my turn. And made the most of it. Let's see how Zach makes some adjustments here. Backing up from the beginning, trying to throw out more pin moves, but you gotta be careful, right? Medium into conversion. And here we go, Pain Train.
See up his offensive options. He got the command grab right there. Zach in the box in a lot of trouble. Use the EX plus frames. That's the thing about this character is like you got to be able to get the conversions on the deck. He jumps out. What is on the deck? But yo, you see Fame. He knows the frames. He's like, I know that's plus. I ain't gonna hit a button.
I'm good. I'm extra good. The shoulder after the heavy there. Zach jumping back, likely heavily in Fame's favor, and it's gonna be even more so after the conversion. The jump in of the safest first.
Ooh. You could, if you wouldn't for a command grab, it would have been over, but Zach in the box stays alive. It'll get some distance, but for how long? Trying to get something going. It's going to be a chip no dip situation. I'm looking at right now. You see how much damage Zach has already taken. And Fame's walking him down. There it is right there. Checks him running in. Close the door on his face in the flashiest of manners.
Fame already looking to go up 2-0. Zach with the air projectile stopping Fame from approaching. But here comes the scoop after the walk. And here we go. Fame working Zach back into that corner. EX pinwheel, nothing doing.
Waits a little bit, takes his turn. Comes through. Yeah, gets the throw though. Zach in the box for that distance. Let's chase out with the unique, but he's the fadeaway. Stop it. Are you kidding me? He knew. He said I was in the lab, dog. I was in the lab the whole damn time. While you were out there complaining on Twitter, I was in the lab.
No, it went through. The button, bloody folds on the finish. I thought Zach had the block there, but when the screen cleared, Belio's feet were pointing towards the sky. I'm like, that ain't no block.
That ain't no block, dog. That's a punish right there. You saw Belio just be like, listen, I'm good, dog. Baby's like, nah, you ain't good. I got something for you. And I got you on match point here. This is the finality. If Zach in the box doesn't do anything, we haven't seen much come from him in terms of his character's conversions and things like that. Those goofy setups, they just don't work. You saw how Famous dealing with his characters in general. He knows how to do it against the unique and stuff like that. He's making things work with the armor.
Again, nice low there from Zach to blow up the walk. Trying to get something going, but here we go. Fame just holding down back, chilling. Zach with the throw, but the life lead still in Fame's favor. The neutral jump into a full conversion there and the knockdown. Fame. Uh-oh, here we go.
Skybound art.
Skybound art. Sometimes, look, Cole, sometimes you gotta pull the trigger.
You gotta do it, dog. You can't be holding the bullet in the chain for too long. Ain't gonna be able to shoot it. Still not enough. That's a big point. That's a big character right there. And Ice got some big damage for the down. You got one, I got one too for you.
They ain't stopped making them when they gave you yours.
Same. Match point. Soulforge on the deck. Gone. Does get the sweep though. The knockdown. This is what he wanted. DP. Zach in the box willing to DP a lot more. Reversals. You see it typically come out a lot more towards the end of a set is when they do the anti-airs.
That is very true. Fame again walking to scoop. Looking to close things out. Shoulders through the projectile. Now it's my turn. This is how I win.
This is how I win, and there it is. There's the win for Fame, the big dub. So high, you gotta take a plane for that one, dog. That dub was so high, you gotta be on a plane going all the way across the world to see that dub, dog. I'm telling you, Fame with the pressure, the reads, the damage, understanding the buffs of his character, and also I didn't think anyone had labbed out Bell like this, but he done did it. That's all he done. Tell against that jump, you ridiculous.
It was definitely ridiculous on Fame's part. Didn't really give Zach much of a chance to start. You know, that's the power that Fame wields with this Vasaraga, is that he finds that one space, that one punish, gets you on the knockdown, shoulders onto you while you're waking up so that he can be in the meaty pressure situation, and it works out so well. Fame going to be moving on to winner's side of grand finals. Zach in losers finals though, waiting on the winner between Marvin Pie and Zeron.
So we'll be seeing all that in just a moment. Yo, people, I'm gonna be honest with the people, because I'd never lie to the people, and I'd never lie to you, Dan. As I'm seeing this neutral progress, as I'm seeing this game progress, we've only been in a couple matches, right? Things can always change. I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to understand the intent, right? Because when the developers, when they don't show you why they've changed things, you kind of have to make the assessments on your own and say, why did they do this? Why did they do these things? And on paper, it doesn't really make too much sense. When you see things happen in a match in terms of like why characters are the way they are and stuff like that, then you're like, oh, okay. You kind of start to understand things like, I get it now. Like, you have to see the game play out, right? Before you can really understand why things are playing out, or why things were patched, or why things are altered. You don't have to agree with it, but you definitely have to, take a look at it from the gameplay perspective of it playing out.
That's the thing, right? And we're seeing it start to play out, start to pan out and sift through, seeing where the gold lies from the dirt. And you know what? I'm excited to see what's going to happen as this season 2 develops, specifically when we have things like Arc Revo coming up. But we're going to get straight into it with losers semis. It's going to be Zerom versus Marvin Pie. This is back to first to 2.
That's right, man. Just as you said before, Arc Revo going to be really great. You see people already grinding it out. I'm glad that people are coming through for this game and showing their support, their love for Arc Revo, prepare for Arc Revo. And you got 2 weeks, dog. You better get that work in. I better see y'all in the lobbies. I better see y'all on the ship. You're grinding it out, because Arc Revo it's going to be winner takes all for that one.
Yo, it's definitely going to be winner take all. If you haven't signed up and you're in the Midwest region, what are you doing? Go ahead, and it's a free bracket. Jump on in there and swim in the deep end.
All right, Zerom versus Marvin Pie. Marvin Pie definitely, as we said before, one of those people are just like, hey, Barry's still good, and I think she's still good too, but Zerom with that top one. Charlotte, if Taga's, list has anything to say about it. But Marvin Pie actually changed the color. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if that's that might not be the what he. That's not the move. It's not the move.
Zerom right now trying to move in on Marvin Pie, capitalize on that life lead, but Marvin doing a great job of just throwing out some buttons there. Make sure Zerom has a hard time getting in.
Like the little random spot dodges. You see that also to kind of deal with the ball pressure, because it's going to be harder this season. Zerom getting in. No, actually being pieced up by that GG, being locked down. You see Marvin Pie throwing all the whips to make sure that there is no hits from Zerom.
Oh, my man, Marvin Pie is throwing out string after string, just trying to see what it do. And Zerom is nothing but blocks, making the house out there.
Bro, them 2 H's from max distance. Hit him with a COVID cut. And the sweep knockdown.
Finally pays off for Marvin Pie. Look, the life lead is switched. Now it's Marvin in the lead. Zerom in the corner, and Marvin goes on the aggressive.
It's a throw. Zerom trying to make that comeback. This could all happen too, because this character that does a ton of damage when they land that hit. And I see the Skybound, Super Skybound on deck. But one that's going to be split is from Marvin Pie as he sends it out. 10 seconds on the clock. Got to do something. Got mashed up. That potato wall mashed up, dog.
Yo, just add a little bit of golden butter, and there you go. Marvin Pie with round 1.
It's it done. I like the Hulu right after to kind of space him out after that conversion. Marvin Pie playing that distance game has been working out long and grindy, but this is where he's comfortable at. And I think this is where Fairy's comfortable at in this season, especially.
Absolutely. I mean, it's Marvin Pie is showing time and time again. He's willing to big chill, but right now it's going to be the heat from Zerom. The cross-up lands. EX hands into the full conversion for the knockdown. Run up pressure time.
Waits, little delay right there. He'll land some hits. Zerom looking super strong. The overhead. Oh, the delay. Just a block of ball, bro. Let me tell you, Zerom getting a little ignorant.
Okay,
I'm getting a little ignorant, dog.
Yeah, he getting some mad disrespectful right now. He came in, talked about his moms, his grandmoms, and his auntie.
It's like that. Ooh. Super strong right here. He gets the sweep, but Marvin Pie with the wake up. EX got to put a little bit more aggression on the deck. I think it's going to be harder this season, but still, I think Fairy can definitely do it. But what are the routes? What's your game plan? What's your way to do it? Especially to stay solid against Zerom. When they decide to come in, that's when their aggression starts to happen. Like, they get that momentum. They wait though, but when they go in, it's hard.
It's mad tough. But you know what? Marvin Pie playing that spacing game again, want nothing to do with Charlotta being close. I can't blame him, but Zero, I'm going to force the situation here. All dogs go to heaven's going to save Marvin Pie, but for how long?
Look at the keep away again from Marvin Pie. Max distance, swinging out here. EX lands. Just everything blocked though. Marvin Pie just using that zoning game, that movement. Look at this neutral right here. Nice and calm. Nice and patient, blocking everything. Zero looking a little bit more desperate, but he does find the hit, finds his way in. Yo, wash your neck, because I'm coming for it, says Zero. And that's a down.
Big down right there for Zerom, taking the third round and putting himself on the board with one game. And that was the patience that I'm talking about from Zerom, right? Like the mindset of not forcing it, even though he took a couple of hits on those neutrals, so finally getting in, spacing it out and converting is what makes him so dangerous.
And you see like how Zerom, he understands like if I get in, I win, right? Like that's my one condition is getting in. I'm okay with taking these hits. Marvin Pie can play as safe as he wants. I'll load you in this false sense of security, and eventually I'm just gonna take you in. I'm gonna piece you up. Once you open the door, it's my house. I'm squatting out here.
Definitely change the name on the deed. It's mine now.
I like the neutral jump coming through from Xeon. Also kind of just jumping on in with the jump L2 as well. Change it at pacing. Instead of just playing the grounded game, getting a little bit more aerial with things. Marvin Pie swinging on a bar. And it's unfortunate because when you see that bar go down, you don't have to worry about so many options.
Marvin Pie with the life lead once again, but Zerom just finding those safe spots. Punished there immediately. Saw the DP whip. Autobots roll out. Here we go. Zerom's trying to finish it.
Yes. Gets a knockdown. Locks him down. We saw this before. It's a rerun. Zerom taking this round.
He saw that DP whiff and hit the trigger immediately.
Bro, he unloaded the whole clip. I don't think there was a bullet left in the damn tank.
Marvin Pie spacing things out once again. Going back to that game plan, but it's just been those small moments like this where Zerom gets in and Marvin Pie starts to melt a little bit. Here we go. GG back out, but Zerom the jumpo.
Zerom be stocking. He's just stacking up more and more in his toolkit. Just adding more and more tools into what he wants to do, and it's leading up to more and more damage a lot faster against Marvin Pie. Marvin Pie, this is the thing, like I feel like it's actually kind of harder for Fair, at least right now, off this what we've seen before, to get the return, get the comeback happening. Marvin Pie a little pensive here. He's locking low in the corner. You got to be careful about swinging right now. Decision, overhead, does not connect. Oh, interrupts the dive kick. Load in the corner again. Dan.
The healthy flash, and you know it's trouble town for Marvin Pie. He's trying to space things out and keep Zerom out, but it's going to take a lot of work. The road is looking long and the night is very dark.
Marvin Pie dancing, but it's going to be Zerom about to dance on that grave. Overhead for the finish. There's so many D's rolling through my head, but I'm saying W for Zerom. The 2-0, and what a great fashion. You saw how he was like, listen, if I get in, I run the booger game. I run that booger game that you all love to see, that you all love to face.
That was the whole thing, you know, patiently finding gaps, finding the areas where he could work himself into that situation where the distance has been closed and now it's his turn to go, and punishing any mistakes that Marvin Pie made. And Marvin Pie, not a slouch at all by any means on Fairy, was, so this isn't something easy to do. You know, you got to go through a lot of hoops to get in on Marvin Pie, but Zerom able to find the answers and move on to losers finals to face off against Zach in the Box.
You know, this would be like the worst timeline, right? If Charlotta is like actually one of the best characters in the game because of the way that she's situated, and because I feel like how annoying she is to deal with in the neutral. Like, I feel like this is one of those timelines where people are like, damn, it really is 2020, isn't it? Like, I definitely think if Charlotta wins a tournament, like, you're going to be saying, this really is 2020. But that's nothing to take away from Zerom. It's going to be moving on to losers finals here. They're a very strong Charlotta player. They're not really running a dumb game plan. It's just like, I find my momentum and I go in with it, But here's Bell coming through. I'd like to see this matchup because, this is first couple of days with this character. I'm really curious to see how Zach the Box, and not only Zach the Box, but Bell deals with the Charlotta matchup.
Yeah, it's going to be really curious to see because, Zach has shown that he's comfortable doing the one-on-one close range dance with Bell, but Also, that pinwheel can be mighty frustrating because of how long it stays on the screen for things like Blanca Ball. So we're going to have to see how Zerom, you know, approaches this matchup especially after facing off against a parry.
And I think Zach in the Box is willing to really grind it out with this character. I think maybe trying to make the run through you know, Arc Revo with this character, at least have him in his pocket. So what better way to make that practice happen than, you know, coming through your local brackets, right? You know, coming through here and really grinding out, say, oh, okay, I don't know this matchup at all. You know, I need to really figure this out against this player, stuff like that. You'd be able to watch the VODs and things like that to get an idea of how to play this character and how to run, you know, make the run in a tournament setting, right? Here's the EX, though, lands, gets the pick up off the wall, reset.
There's the go check, though, from Zach. However, life is heavily in Zeron's favor. Nice punish on the parry attempt, but not much from Zach in the Box. Here we go. Here's the throw set up with the pinwheel. You better believe it. Gonna try to make it difficult for Zerom. There's a parry, but nothing doing.
At 2M, no link on there. Nice neutral drum. Blows up the Blanca Ball. I love the pickup right there afterwards. Trying to find more conversions to put the damage on. In the corners with this character, we've seen really shine. There was a counter hit, but too low. Hit the finish. Did that link? It did. There's the down.
Zach really coming back from a deficit there, but, you know, showing the staggers on Bellio that Zerom might not be familiar with yet, right? And so that's one of the things that Zach is going to be able to take advantage of for now, but also the spacing game is really nice once he got a chance to play.
I like how he's varying stuff off the H, knowing the distance and when to go to the normal. Gets the pickup off the command grab. EX, though, from Zeron. Low. You'll reset time. Using more of the demon flip, right? To kind of gauge something out from Zach in the Box. Like, what are you going to be doing in this set? What are you going to be doing in this round? And can you deal with this? We do know that there is the parry on the deck. You got to be worried about that. But like Zerom switching up the options, gets a low. EX all the way to the corner, though.
Finding a way to out here with the DP. Zerom knocked back, but the delayed pin was going to connect. The flash kick, you dare put those shoes on this crown. I just polished it.
Trying to keep clean with it, but this is about to be dirty. To get the conversion, though. Too far out. Maybe Zerom just didn't bleed.
Perhaps, but it's still Zerom with the life lead for now. As I say that, excuse me, Jack in the Box evening things up, but Zerom with the wake-up mash immediately.
EX slow. And there's the down to L. Just so much that demon flip starting to come out and become more of a problem. Starting to, you know, switch up the sides and things like that. Hit him with the flip mode. Oh, using the bait on the 2H? Yo, Zerom, on something different right now.
DP from Zach, side switch included. And here we go. EX pinwheel staggers. There's the flash kick. Jack in the Box down beyond half health.
Big damage right here. Again, Zach in the Box with the neutral jumps. Trying to rotate those options. Try to move through. No go. Scoop. What else we got? Fade away. Nothing there. I got something for you, says Zerom. He gets it down. The finish. The complete. You see Zerom? He's got all the options. I feel like it's just too much for Zach to come back with.
Yeah, Zerom definitely, you know, got the advantage early on and just capitalized on it. But, you know, this is a first three scenario. Definitely time to adjust. But Zerom trying to do the speed run route. DDQ with it.
Dog, any percent, man. 80% out here. All right, Zach in the Box kind of varying up his options off the 2M. Kind of taking a little bit of book from Macho right there. Good DP. And now just trying to be a little more aggressive, knowing that he's got to set that pace early in the round because he doesn't want to have to come back. When you have a new character, you almost have to play a little bit more aggressive because when you're on the back foot, it's hard to come back and know how to get that comeback. You almost want to play even more aggressive off the bat, so you at least have a life lead or something to play with.
Yeah, you want to have a little bit more leeway, but you know what? Zach in the Box has shown us he's able to do it. However, pulling the trigger again is Zerom, and now Zach at the life deficit.
Reversal Skybound Art takes from the corner. I like how he just waits a little bit, know when to take his turn. 2M doesn't wait for that one, falls into the fireball. Zach trying to finish this off. He's got Skybound Art to do it. He needs that confirm. He needs that hit to do it, right?
Grab will do him. There it was, but not quite for Zach in the Box. EX Pinwheel on cooldown now. Got to play a little bit safer, and Zerom knows it. There's the patience kicking in. Zach at a slight life deficit until just then. Projectile hits. Here we go. What's Zerom going to do? He's going to parry.
He knew something was coming after that H because it's plus. So he was like, listen, if you have plus, I got something for you. Let me show you. Let me hit you with that parry. Zerom looking to put the 2 up on him.
pressure again into the throw. Zach gonna have to figure out a way here. Pokes out, but Zero not moved back yet. Side switch from the jump. But what's it gonna be? Is Zach gonna be able to capitalize? No.
Overhead connects. Zach trying to go in. And he's able to get the heavy. Not conversion though. Unlocked to load in the corner. EX pressure right here up the pinwheel. Pick up throw. Zero can take a few more hits, but not like that. Not the counter hits, but Zach didn't have much else in the tank.
There we go. Conversion here. No. Let them fall. Zero stuck. Is it going to be a flash kick? Zach waits. Baits out a super here. Going to be able to punish? Yes.
And Zach eliminates. I love how he's maybe not having the conversions that he needs, or maybe wants to have. Like, obviously, when you've done this character for months upon months, but he definitely has a normal lockdown, like knowing when to use them and knowing, the spacing of the jump H, things like that have worked out. But Zero's got him locked over the corner, gets the overhead. Those conversions. DP though, we out, back to mid screen.
Zach looking at a life deficit at the moment, and Zero, I'm trying to capitalize on that. A couple of heavies there, cross up, flash kick. Playing Street Fighter out.
Potato kick, potato kick.
Definitely trying to make some fries with it is Zach, but Zero, I'm holding still. There's the stagger right there. A couple of hits, but nothing doing. Here comes Zero. Conversion here. EX hands. Sweep.
Sweep. Super. Finish. Zero. Oh my God. Zero. I saw how he started to acclimate too against that jump U. Saw the DP. Also, the dive kicks coming through, the smooth through, the buttery stuff. I can't believe he done did it.
Definitely done did it, and we'll keep doing it. Zero, empty demon flip there just to see what it was. Gonna keep that corner pressure, but jump in, Zach in the box. Already close to 50% health just like that. The round just started.
Good punish on the overhead, but the parry. Zero's super good about using that parry. Maybe more than other Charlottes that I've seen. Yeah. Here's the EX pickup off the backboard. Overhead reset, good block, but the EXDP? Are you kidding me?
Now Brown in full chill mode. Netflix turned to his favorite movies, doesn't even care about this damage he's taken, and immediately the super.
So the counter, the crush, the completion, Zeron would love to complete this round to put himself 3-0 over Zach in the box and take this losers finals. Move on to the grand finals, loser side of things. He's so close to doing so. Parry, side switch, no problem. I got the demon flip to do it. Trading spaces.
Zach in the box in a lot of trouble right now. Parry, nothing doing, but the anti-airs on deck. Zeron pressing Zach in the box back into that corner. This is your home now.
This is where you belong. Look, he knows. He's seen that before. That works in lower ranks, but ain't gonna work on me. But this, I'm put the work on you. Says Zero with the finish. Skybound art to complete it. A 3-0 over Zach in the box. Zero moving on the loser side of grand finals.
Yeah, earning himself that run back against Fame's Vasaraga. And you know what? It like you said, you saw Zeron start to acclimate to the jump uniques, to the staggers and things of that nature. But the mark of that match, really, outside of the patience, was the parry, right? Like that parry, the conversion rate on it was mad high, and he was pulling off some dividends for that, for sure.
Absolutely. I think as I keep going back to what the season's about, I think what I'm seeing now is more of the players kind of utilizing the tools of the rest of their character, right? I think Charlotta wasn't nerfed in a way where she had to use the parry, and my excuse is to Zero. I'm maybe not 100% sure how you play in a constant kind of setting, but that parry usage coming out even more. Oh, you said if every Charlotta wants to have something, you want to be the parry guy. Well, guess what? Today's your day. And I feel like the way that this game is right now is that it's kind of moving people to use other tools with their characters. Maybe not so much to Charlotta. It looks like, Zeron is like, I'm cool with just running it like the way I want to run it. But let's see how things are run right now. Fame, winner's side, Zeron, loser's side. People, this is Grand Finals, a low kick. Granblue Weekly, Season 2, take me to the skies.
We're going to be soaring here in Grand Finals, top the bracket. Here we go. Fame 96 on winner's side, Zerom on the loser side. Fame looking for 3 of them boys, and he's out of there.
Zerom got to reset the bracket, put himself on, 2 sets right here. Very difficult against someone who has won in many tournaments with a character that's been weak, in the lower side of things, called weak. All this other stuff didn't care. Just stuck it out with the character, and now it's been blessed with the buffs. Let's see if Zerom can take this man's on.
Yeah, it's definitely a tall order here. Gonna let the intros rock. I appreciate it. Grand finals, nothing like letting those intros go through, but here we go. It's time. Fame 96. You've seen him running through the bracket, doing things with the big man, and it's going to be up to Zerom to change things up. Now, this is a run back, so Zerom had a little taste before, and there was a lot to chew on, so let's see if he tries to cut it down to smaller sizes.
I'm trying to make this nice and edible, but here's the parry coming out, even round start like that. Zerom trying to put that out on the deck too. Also got to put that in the minds of Fame. Also trying to put the damage on the deck too. Reset blocked though. Fame's stick is alive. He knows if he hits that hit, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of hurt, there it is. The anti-air into the home run swing. Zerom gonna have to be careful on those jump-ins. Shoulder block, but into the stands. Enemy stand detected.
Sweet blocked. Yes. Goes up the Soul Force. He wants the space. Feel the pickup. Over to the corner. I bet that's blocked. I swear on my mom, and it is. There's the down.
For sure. Fame was watching. He was like, no, not like this. Not on me.
You can hit everybody else online with that and that delay 5. Not here, brother. Not here. Definitely. Not in these grand finals.
Not in grand finals at all.
L stomp. EX gets the sweep. Pick up with the scoop. Fame rotating those options off the march. Like sometimes going for the throw, sometimes going for the hits. To do it. Mark low in the corner. Oh, the pickups. Dan, are you kidding me with this damage? Are you kidding me with this spacing? And you see that he's at this max range where it's so hard. It's so difficult for Zerom to even come through, right? It's going to be a risk. You take the demon foot, you're going to get 2H or hit outside the skies. Or if you move, you get hit with any of the long, lanky normals of this character.
That's the thing, man. Fame has been so good at spacing it out, and then when he does get the hit, it's a full optimal conversion, and that's some big damage on the board.
Absolutely. Gets the hit, the counter hit right there. Swing with the fireballs, with the jump in. Zerom would love to come in, but Fame says, let me come to you. I'll bring it to you. Delivery at your door. It's demon flip though.
The block.
Stocks up. The menacing walk. The march of death. Parry though. Smart option, but this is smart too. Wake up, Skybound Art for the down.
Yo, the
Fame.
Tiger Woods.
Or hit him with the. You hit him with the. Do that sucker in the distance. In the distance. I bet you Fame did the fist pump too at the end. Fame looking super strong right here.
He's mad strong right now. Knocking Zerom back down into that corner, but Zerom fighting his way into an advantage situation. Flash kick knockdown for the setup. But Fame again with the neutral jumps. He's been on point with that all night.
Yeah, we've seen the jump L. We've seen the jump you get blown up sometimes, but it's been no big deal. And great call out right here against the block of ball. Got something big for you, Crescent Moon. Fame with the finish again. Is this gonna be a quick one, Dan? Is this one gonna be a nice and easy?
Yo, we were talking about any percent. This is a task run. This is a tool assist.
I'm gonna check this man's remote. Fame on game point right here. Would love to take it and prevent that reset from Zerom. He's looking super strong with the command grab. Stocks up. Soul Forge.
Got that armor on deck. Fame jumping back, knowing he can play the range game now. Oh, the crush. And the Soul Forge again. Here we go. Enemy stand detected. What's Zerom going to do? Lit up. Fame. Soul Forge again. This is the range game. You ever seen a zoner with a scythe?
Oh my God. You see? Okay. There's a jump in. I was going to say that might have been hit. But listen, the only person getting hit is Zerom. It takes him to the corner with the Skybound Art. No hit on that EX. Even flip. Neutral jump again. The call. He dialed his number, picked it up, and hung it up. Get strong up.
Fame on tournament point, making Vasaraga look good.
You know what? After this, people are going to be in the Discord. Several people are typing about how strong this character is. The tier lists are definitely going to be made with this character in mind at the top. Fame looking super strong. Good punish right here. EX Fireball. Back to mid-screen. But here we go. The return. No, says Fame.
Really not. Fame with the jump in. Flash kick going to keep Zeron safe, but now that's on cooldown. Can't use it again. Demon Flip connects. Zeron trying to be all over him, but Fame. Here we go. The walk. Got enough room here? No, the jump in from Zerom, but the sweep's gonna get the Soul Forge activated. Zerom has to be careful. You definitely can't trade with this man. He has all of the future dates. He has the book from Back to the Future.
We're here to do it, dog. I'll flip through them pages. Fame with that skybound art. You can't whiff. You can't miss right here. Zerom looking super scared, and that's gonna allow him to get the finish. Fame taking it over Zerom in the Low Kick Online Granblue Weekly Finals. Coming through the bracket. We ain't seen this man. He said, I'm gonna stomp on through. I'm gonna crease up your shoes. I'm gonna take your cash.
Yo, marching straight on through from one side to the other of the bracket, just like his character. Fame 96, grand champion for this week of Granblue at LKO, and mad impressive. I mean, this, like Zerom, no slouch. We saw Zerom put in the work. But it's a different kind of meal when it comes to Fame. That's a big breakfast. 4 pancakes, patty, and the eggs with the biscuit.
Big breakfast, big damage right here. You say that Fame running that low tier game, and look at where it led him to victory. And I feel like even if the character wouldn't have got buffed, it would have led him to victory either way. But it just helps out in solidifying his game plan that he wants to play, and he's definitely looking super strong. And I can't wait to see how he operates in Arc Revo coming up. It's a few weeks, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have a couple of the things that are coming up, but especially Arc Revo in 15 days. Signups are available for Arc Revo America Online Midwest Regional Qualifier. Go ahead and check out the Smash GG page, smash.gg/ArcRevo-Midwest. Go ahead and sign up there. If you are in the Midwest area, it'll say what states are available to sign up in. Free bracket for sure. You can sign up for BB Tag and Granblue Fantasy Versus. So if you want a little bit more of that extra action, go ahead and do that. If not, make sure to tune in as well. It's going to be on October 10th.
Dog, I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't wait. And I also can't wait, get back on these Low Kick Online weeklies. We're gonna have some more Granblue for you, and also that Power Rangers Battle for the Grid next week. So we're gonna be getting ready, getting prepared for more of that Arc Revo, that Granblue, but also we're gonna have a little bit of that Power Rangers flavor Marvel out there for the people that love it. And it's so great to see the fact that we've got so many places to play. In terms of getting ready for the Arc Revo, we got this new season on the deck, so it's great to have people or have an arena to fight at. So I want to give a shout outs and big love to the Low Kick crew for putting this on. Also, big love to them for put on the Arc Revo for the Midwest, right? Showing the support and love for the Midwest. They were selected for that, and I love that we got some of that Midwest representation in terms of TOing and running the tournament and showing what we can do out here.
Yeah, I appreciate it for sure. It's going to be a great time. Midwest has been strong for Granblue all the way through, so happy to see that we got the opportunity to run it, and happy for everyone that's tuned in and ran with us no matter what game we're playing. We do this out here for our people out here in the Midwest, and it is always a pleasure, as always, Cola, running with you on the mic. My man's landed back in home base to hit up the 1s and 2s with me, so it's nothing but love for sure.
I'm coming back, dog. Next week, y'all got me. And we'll see what happens for Arc Revo. But until then, people, again, Dan, it's always a pleasure, commentate with you, dog. It's dynamic duo for a reason, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dynamic duo for a reason. People, I hope you guys enjoyed, the matches, the commentary. Give love. Follow Low Kick eSports on everything. Make sure you're following him here on Twitch, Twitter, and any other place. They got a MySpace. Do it there too. I don't think they do, but just give them some love there as well. So for Arc Revo, as Dan has said, and prepare for these great tournaments that are coming through. But until then, my name is St. Cola.
I've been Dynamite.
Peace and love.
Peace and love, everybody.
mission? Yeah, right. Until the ship takes a course on the ball, core and portals in the creek. Cause the world is how the legends sleep. All of it's crap, wrap them to the core. Dirty hands will dirty look. Touchable some kind of cold on the list. We are all running out of need. Down to the bone, inside of you, inside of me. Then again, no doubt it's hard. I'm into the kind of thing. Oh yeah, but you're faking. If you like, I won't have to try to keep it in the angel. So living alone, that's gone the close. Now we're talking just alone. Yeah, be the right, the man don't know the reason. The priest that stinks, riches and slaps, sweet, sweet treason. Call me hater, it's heaven, but I'm born later. Let's get to the finish line. We've got my body on body parade. Go ahead, let your mind go with the fire. Between your tides escalate. It's so bright now, we can just melt away. Stripped onto the skin till you're ready to begin. And I feel the holes in your